This is The Hub on Hollywood. I'm your co-host, James Rojas.
I'm the other co-host, Jamie Blanco.
On this week's episode, Netflix has Warner Brothers in its crosshairs, what it may mean for the movie theater industry. Sinners and One Battle After Another are the top contenders at this year's awards season. Which Boston-based movie character deserves its own statue? And Mad Men Mistake caught in 4K. That and much, much more. But first, we are introducing a special guest today, Jamie.
Woo! Yes, it's me. No, actually, it's our friend here. Hi, Yunus.
What's up?
So this is Yunus Quddus, a local actor of stage and screen, a performer with over 20 years of experience and a fire in his soul for the craft.
Love the arts.
Yunus, we are so happy to have you here with us today. We've got tons of stuff to talk about, both stage and screen and the scene here in Boston. But first, just to warm us up, just to warm us up, James has some rapid fire questions for you. No thinking, just off the top of your head.
I do that every day.
Okay, here we go.
So quick thinking, there is no wrong answer, but there are wrong answers. All right, so we'll go down with the rapid fire comparisons. TV shows or movies?
Oh, wow. I would say
Faster.
Movies.
Movies, okay. Movies at home or in the movie theater?
Movies at home. I work a lot.
Star Wars or Star Trek?
Star Wars. Come on.
There you go. That's the right answer.
That's right.
Iron Man or Captain America?
Iron Man. I'm sorry. Stop pissing someone off.
Yeah, no, everybody except for Captain America, or I guess except for Iron Man, Robert Downey Jr., Han Solo or Indiana Jones.
Oh my God.
Both.
Han Solo.
Han Solo, there we go.
That's tough.
Mission Impossible or the James Bond franchise.
Mission Impossible.
Mission Impossible, I'm down.
Oh, tough one. My mom is gonna be turning over. What?
This may be the hardest one. Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter.
Harry Potter must not go back to the village. Harry Potter it is.
Harry Potter, there it is. Yeah, you just pissed off a whole.
I love the Lord of the Rings, but Harry Potter, come on.
Come on, The Terminator or RoboCop.
The Terminator, it's not even close. I like RoboCop's cool, but the Terminator, get in the chopper if you want to live.
I'm not sure if that was that movie, but yeah.
One of those. I'll be back.
I'll be back.
He wanted to change it to I will be back. And he fought with the writers. I'm the writer. I write, you perform.
He knows the character. Knows the character.
All right, Hot Tub Time Machine or the DeLorean?
DeLorean.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
And lastly, The Fast and the Furious or Transformers.
Of course, Optimus Prime.
There we go.
Megatron! Starscream!
I haven't gotten past like the second Fast and the Furious movie.
I am ridiculous. I have watched every Fast and Furious movie. I don't have a life.
Have you seen all the Transformers?
I've seen all the Transformers.
Okay, so you're a fair judge.
But Transformers is just you can't even. Fast and Furious is cool. It's cool, but Transformers, the movie, the acting, the cinematography, the timing, the pacing, it's not even it's not a fair battle. Like, to me, they're two different genres.
Okay.
It's just Fast and Furious is cool, but Transformers is beyond cool.
But one thing
It's
you can
more than meets the
guarantee,
eye.
one thing you can guarantee is that they're just going to keep pumping them out.
Right.
Fast and Furious, Transformers.
Exactly.
They need to have a merger. They need to have a combined universe, a
I
cinematic
auditioned
universe.
for that a long, long time ago. I had this beat-up car, and it didn't make the movie. I think they stole my idea, man.
Interesting.
I had this beat-up car that was almost catching on fire, and then their first race, they have a car that catches on fire. I'm like, But I was brand new.
I was gonna say you should go for the voice work because just that sample you gave us right there.
I'm losing my voice, I think. I was singing in the car a little too loud.
Tis the season.
Yeah.
Tis the season.
Tis the season. Look at the beautiful snow. I know it is. It's just
snowing outside.
gorgeous.
This is the leftovers of my voice is what you're getting.
Hey, we'll take what we can get. We'll take what we can
Oh,
get.
exactly.
But again, thank you so much for joining us on the Hub on Hollywood. I know you two met on a recent
That's right.
set. Can we talk about that, Jamie?
Not
or is
really.
that
We
not
can't
really?
talk about it, but we can say that we met on set. We can say that we're stand-ins. That
Right.
that
She taught me everything I know about standing.
I don't know about that.
Master.
So you can
Yeah.
talk about everything but what you're currently working on. So,
Right.
So before
Right.
that, that's all fair game.
Right.
I think so.
And you've been in a number of productions that have been made here.
Yes,
both
I've been very
film
lucky.
and television and stage. And Yunus, I don't know if I've ever met anyone who loves acting as much as you do.
I don't have a life.
Self-proclaimed, workaholic.
Here's the thing about acting. When I first saw acting, I never wanted to be an actor. Isn't that crazy? I never wanted to be an actor. My uncle at Freedom Theater in Philadelphia, I used to work with him on the movie sets. He would build stuff and I would clean up. And I watched the actors and I was fascinated. At 16, I was fascinated, but I said, man, that looks really hard. I don't want to do that. At 16, this was where my mind was. Like, I'm not going to do that. But I was always around it. I get to school, taking random art classes, right? And I started in poetry first. I took an acting class because I wanted to perform the poems better. And the teacher said, I think you could be an actor. You're pretty good. Yeah, whatever. I auditioned for a play. That was 20 years ago. Here I am.
Nice.
Yeah.
Weird.
And we found you out there, out in the world, doing what you love. And I loved your passion, right?
Thank you.
And just being on stage, people are there, they're working hard. It's long hours. It's so, it's so tough, but you come in with that positive attitude and like that party atmosphere around you all the time. And I think a lot of what you bring is from theater too.
Yeah,
so if that's where you started, like, tell us a little bit about the theater scene in Boston and like the progression of,
I did theater for, I would say 14 years in theater. Starting off theater, first not professional, unpaid, you just do it because you love it.
Yeah.
So, it was an escape. Being in the theater was escape from the real world, from yourself, from whatever, because you're playing this other character. You meet these wonderful people. Everyone's bringing in good energy. You're seeing all these things, and it was an escape for me. Playing these characters, escaping your life, and coming back to life, and entertaining people. Like in school, you had to entertain people to keep from like getting bullied. But if you're a funny kid or you're an entertaining kid, hey, I could sit at any table because I could rap, I could do poetry. I was funny. I made up stupid, crazy stories. They're like, I could go to any table and hang out because of that. So it's like. So now, like, I'm getting attention for just being myself. It was really cool. But yes, theater, I've done it in school for 6 years in school, and then I got to professional theater in New England, and a little bit in Boston, mostly in New England. And I did, last theater thing I did was a Trinity Rep. That was professional theater. So it was like the first, like, paid. The first paid theater. It was excellent. Hard as heck, but excellent. So it's 120-something pages I had to learn in like 2 months.
Yeah.
Don't know how I did it, but passion. Because like I'm getting paid to do what I love.
Yeah.
So your whole life you're trying to figure out, okay, how do I make money doing what I love so I don't have to go to do something I don't want to do? So, yeah.
And what do those opportunities look like here in Boston?
In Boston, it's a great city. I feel like, and this is anywhere, not just Boston, this is not the easiest market to be in, but I've been very fortunate. I feel that you should create your own opportunities first. You should film. Have a podcast. Like what you guys are
Oh my
doing.
God. We have one of those.
Hey, you have one of those. Get your own camera, make your own material. But there was a time where there's a lot going on here. I remember when I first started, my first background on the film was it Stronger? Stronger. Stronger was my first film. When I first got in, there was a lot going on. And theater acting is different from movie acting.
Right.
It's a complete, because you're like, theater, you're like, oh, I'm big, I'm this and that. And then movie acting, you're the background guy. It's like, okay, hey, you got to take it down. You got to keep it in the frame.
A lot of subtlety.
Right. And I was like, you had to learn that, how to, and taking the Meisner class helped me with, just this. Being able to talk to you, camera seeing me, I'm in this frame, I'm in this square with you. I know there's a parameter here, there's a box, but I can still bring that energy in this frame. So, yeah, it really, there's a lot of theater opportunities here. I think if someone said how to get into acting, I think all actors should do theater first. If you live at home and you're with mom and dad, that is the best time to do it. As an adult, financially, it's a little bit harder to, I don't know how people do this, how you have a regular job, get out at 5 o'clock, run to the theater at 7, rehearse to 9 and 10, get back up at 6, and then you're back in the office. I respect people to do that. I don't do that anymore. That is tough.
Yeah.
Real, hard. But it's a lot going on. It's coming back, and the strike really hurt a lot. COVID, and then the strike, it was like, whoa, okay, how are you going to survive? And that's, a lot of people said that was the time to train. That should have been the time to train and make your own stuff. So now it's coming back now. So we have a couple of movies and things coming. But as an actor, you never know. You just keep working and keep creating. You don't really know. I've been out to California. It's different out there. Completely different. I've never been to Miami. I don't know. To me, every market, every city has casting agents, right? So you go into the city, you connect with the people, you find out who's casting what. If you have experience acting, whatever city you're in, you're in New York, there's casting agents there. This is before I knew all this stuff. You go into here we have what? We have what? Boston casting.
Slate, Kendall Cooper, CP casting.
Kendall Cooper's like the secret one. That not everyone knows about. Oh my God.
with casting over here, it seems like you can just do a lot of kind of fishing around because you have, as we mentioned, at least 4 or 5 different casting companies, agencies around here, and so you can, as I said, fish, see who takes the bait, who bites.
Right.
So would you say there's more opportunity over here? Or do you feel like there is plenty of opportunity?
Versus what city?
Maybe LA, California?
No competition. No, you can't even, right now, we have a tax incentive right now that brings more films here. The first person, I don't know when the tax incentive came in, but one of the first actors who really helped bring film and pushed for film here, Mark Wahlberg, was one of the first who really, I was like, how many films are you going to do in this city, man? But he helped to bring a lot of films in before the incentive, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. He was one of the first that really was like, I'm going to put Boston on the map. And the other people were like, you know what? It's a great place to film.
Yeah.
It's easier to film here than it is to, nothing against New York, but it's...
we could bash New York.
You could.
Close the city in New York and see what happens. New York is like, New Yorker? I'm driving out. I don't care what y'all filming. I'm driving down the street. You can't tell me what to do. That's some New Yorker lady. But filming here is not that hard. Filming in Massachusetts, we have 1,000 cities. Filmmakers come to Mass, right? So I would say this is not the easiest market, not the busiest market, not the easiest market, but you're not that far from New York. You can do stuff in New York. It's not easy, but there's at least 5 casting agents where you can get in a movie and get some experience. But they have to know you. When they know you, Jamie, they know Jamie.
Yeah, everybody knows Jamie.
She doesn't have to audition. Jamie is listen, a movie came in. We got Jamie. She's gonna do it. When you do it, a lot of people don't want to do background, and that's the problem. A lot of actors feel like background is beneath them. Nothing can be beneath you. I was in a conversation yesterday where, I'm not doing background because. Okay.
Yeah, and that's always a mistake. I've talked to a few people who are like that, background, no, and then you don't. The directors, they feel that. You know what I mean? If you're not willing to do the work on the ground level, you're not going to get anywhere. And I was going to ask you. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Yunus. I know you're not, but. We were talking the other day about some of the big background roles that you've had and the kind of energy and the thought process that you brought to those roles, from Spirited to the other one. Was it Wahlberg that you were in the background?
Yeah, they threw me in.
So tell us a couple of those stories, okay? Because you had a big,
This is a secret I'm putting out.
Okay.
So you guys are getting a secret. When you do background, and maybe I'm the only one that does this. Maybe I'm a little weird. You see, I have the book. See what's on the book? I've got stuff on this book. It says actors, movie. I was writing down the things that I did, right? This was a film that they just came out with. I don't know if it's still coming out. Some football maybe or whatever we're working on. This is other stuff. But when I get on a movie set, whether I have a script or not, I create the character. I don't care if I'm background. If I'm playing a football fan, right? I'm going to find out what team it is, everything I can. What's the objective? What do I want? Where am I? What do I want? What's happening? If one of the PAs say, you're going to walk from here to over there. Why? I'm not going to say that to them, but I already created a story. What's over there? Why am I going over there? What happened? Me and my friend were in Boston Blue, episode 2 or 3.
Yeah.
We came in late. We already had a story. Most background are just there. I'm background. you. I'm background. Okay.
That's exactly how it happens. Yeah.
Right. But I came in ready to perform. My mind is different. I'm like, so me and my friend had a story. I said, listen, I lost $400 on a game. You lend me money every week. We do this crap every week. You lend me $400. I lost money in the game. I'm pissed. You're pissed at me. We're having a conversation. We're pantomiming this conversation, right? As we're talking this out, Donnie Wahlberg overhears us, and the other lead actor hear us. They turn around and say, what? He said, you got a backstory? And we just happen to be placed right behind them. I don't do that, run to the camera, fight people. I just come in and work. I came in, they put us right behind the lead actors. We create this whole story. We dap it up. They're talking to us. We film it, 5 takes, done. That was beautiful. Directors, now, a lot of people don't understand when you are in a scene, the directors are watching you. They're watching what you're doing. They're watching you acting, even if your background. If you do something remarkable, they're going to see it. And sometimes they'll put you in. And sometimes they might remember you. And sometimes they might offer you something else a little bit bigger. Sometimes you might get offered a role because you came in prepared. So anything that I do, they're having a karaoke party, right? We're having at the party. So the party, it's a SAG party. The SAG party.
Yeah, yeah.
So they're like, we're going to have karaoke. And I'm like, are you going to do it? I'm like, well, I can't really sing. I can hold notes, but I'll try it out. If it's just karaoke, I'm like, yeah, but if it's an opportunity to perform
in front of all the casting directors,
best, I'm going to rock that. Whatever it is, I'm going to find the best song that I know I can do, the absolute best, and I'm going to tear that thing down. Like I'm not, because it's an opportunity. If I'm there to perform.
Because you guys are there to network.
Right.
And so why not be able to flaunt your talents in front of everybody there? Yeah.
Exactly. So if you are background, this is a secret only for this show. I've told no one this. If you don't have a script, think about who you are and look up Stanislavski's questions. Look up the questions. Who are you? What do you want? What is your objective? What are your tactics? If I want this seltzer, right? I want this seltzer. My objective is to get that seltzer water, right? But the problem is, it's the last seltzer on earth. Now, we all want the seltzer. Now, let's say I got one arm. I can't fight you. I got one arm. I can't fight you, so I'm not going to fight you for the seltzer. What other tactics can I use to get that seltzer? Listen, I only got one arm. I really need the seltzer, man. Like, listen, you're my best friend. I got one arm. Can you just please? You can have a sip, but can I have the rest? Right? Then you have to use your tactic to get that seltzer. And you're going to use your tactic. Dear, now you know you love me. You have to give everything to your wife. And I need that seltzer, the world's last seltzer. What do you do to get that? So that's Stanislavski's principles. In those principles, we're all using tactics to get what we want. Being nice, the villain being mean, being charming. Little pig, let me in. Like, that's Negan from Walking Dead. He uses a certain rhythm and pace and tactics to get across his villainous things that he's going to do. But he does it in such a smooth, funny way. Comedy is a tactic, right?
So I was going to ask you, so what, when you are building a character, a background character, what's your best advice for other people who are watching this or hearing this? Like I know you just said kind of get into the mindset of what their motive is. What would your best advice be for somebody who's uncomfortable or is not used to doing that for that kind of work?
Who are you? Put yourself in the real situation. Don't act. I know it's the craziest thing. I went to school for freaking 1,000 years to learn this one thing. Well, don't act. Just be you. Be a real person in a real situation. You're at a baseball game. You don't have to act. Have you ever been to a baseball game? You're you, James, at a baseball game in this rare situation, right? Just be you in a real situation, thinking, what do I want? What do I do? What am I? And background acting is acting. It's pantomiming.
How do you,
You know?
Have you seen those videos online where it shows like the background actor is like stealing the attention?
Yeah.
Because there are times where like it works,
Yeah.
But
like,
it's
oh,
too
that's funny.
much.
But then you notice that, oh, this person's doing something like over the top to get noticed. Like
Yeah.
I can't help but
Oh
watch
my
like
God.
those videos on YouTube.
I love
of
that
like
stuff.
bloopers or people like. There's one scene where I think it was the one with Doctor Strange and Multiverse of
yes.
Madness.
Oh,
you
my
remember the
God.
church scene?
Yes,
There's
the
a
church scene, the woman,
What?
the
What does she do?
woman right behind, Doctor Strange. You can continue. Sorry, I interrupted
No.
you. Sir.
Basically, she's doing that. She's like talking to somebody off script, but she's like looking like this.
Yeah,
and, like,
it was very unnatural.
It draws the eye away from Benedict Cumberbatch, the main lead.
I remember that so much. She's
And so
What is she? What is she?
like, she's never been to a wedding before, right? Like,
And so I can't help but like see people overdoing it. But then the thing is, it's kind of they're doing great work when you don't necessarily notice them because that means they're fitting into the scene, they're fitting in with everybody around them. And
Don't be over the top. Don't look at the camera. Be a real person. If you've never been in that situation and you don't know what to do for the camera, and Robert De Niro said this in the video, you don't have to do anything. Mm-hmm. You don't have to do anything. All you have to do is be.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I don't have to move. I don't have to. The camera sees everything. You don't have to do so much. You can do too much and it looks fake.
Mm-hmm.
You know, wish spirit. This is like I'm doing too much. You don't have to do so much. Just be in the scene and be a real human. And then like that, some people can't do that. But a lot of people, when they do background, they're excited. Two, if it's your first time seeing a movie star, that by itself is like, I have to use all of my coolness and my acting skills to not geek out. Like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Freaking Maggie's
They're there to
over here.
work. They're there to work.
Right, but I geek out.
Yeah.
But the inner kid is like, oh my God, he's coming over here. He's going to talk to me. And I'm trying to like, be cool, because they don't really, I don't know, chime in if you think, most professional actors don't want a fanboy when they're there.
No,
I don't know.
they're all there to work. They want to work with professionals. And if you're professional, they're going to get that energy and they're going to interact with you more than if you didn't. For people who don't know, tell us what a stand-in does.
You basically come in, you help them get the lights and everything set up. You do everything the main actors do. You're in there with the main cast. You're hanging out. You're right near their dressing rooms. You get a script. You know what's going on. And when they call second team, you're up. They will usually... Jump in if I'm wrong.
Yeah, no, you're right.
She's been doing it longer than me. Standing longer than me. Usually they'll have a rehearsal. They'll have the first team. The first team is the main actors. They'll have the first team rehearsal so you can see and get an idea what the hell you're doing. And then they put you on. They put you on your marks. Some stand-ins, they will make you do the lines. Every once in a blue.
Yes.
Like Jamie got thrown on the spot. So okay, and she rocked it. They asked her, do the monologue. What monologue? To be or not to be, that is the question. No, not that one. Like, she had to do, you never know. So you have to be ready for all of that. But stand-in, basically, you're coming in to help the main actors, to help the camera people get everything set up. And you're standing in spots. Sometimes you have to get the actual action. Sometimes you have to be able to walk to the mark. Sometimes you're just standing in a spot. So basically, you're standing in for the first team
actors.
Lead actors.
Right. Very well done. Nice.
So and please finish if I missed anything there.
No. But yeah, they'll have the initial rehearsal, the marking rehearsal. But no, you learn
can't
it
Google
on
that.
the spot.
There's no book for this anywhere. So
and when they call cut, you got to be ready to go. When they're moving on, you got to know what the lingo is for when you got to run in there and get back in front of the camera. So it's a specialized thing.
I'm still she's a stand-in master.
Right.
I'm still learning. I haven't got to the point of mastery. I don't even like to leave my scene. I'd rather be on than off. If I know my characters in every scene, I want to be like 5 or 6 feet away. So anytime they call me, they can see me, I'm ready. Mm-hmm. The scariest thing for me is if I have to go to the bathroom.
It is dicey, to have to. That's when you text 10-1. You're like, we're going.
How much does it cost per minute? Is it like $10,000 a minute or something crazy, right?
Yeah,
$50,000 a minute. If you are not there and they call second team and they have to
wait on you,
you might not get invited back. That's the scariest thing. Because standing
you're
work,
a cog in this machine that is moving.
Basically, it's as close is doing the real thing. You're getting the script. The director, they know your name. Your name's on the call list. They know who you are. You're going to be working.
Actors know who you are.
The actors know who you are. The lead actors say, hey, good morning.
The cameras know who you are. Everybody knows who you are.
You know my name?
Right.
I'm just like the theater background guy. Like, no.
And it's not just that, but it's everything that you learn, every single step,
And
every
how
cog
to
in the
work with
machine.
everybody.
How to work from the
Right.
director down to the PA, and you see how each and every person works in this big overall tapestry of a giant machine that they can't do it without every single person. There's hundreds of people involved, and it is not just the actors. It is so much work, and you get to learn and see every single part of that as a stand-in, and and you're a part of that.
And I love the thing I love about it. I love being the leader. I love being the lead man. Like, I love the responsibility. Like in college, I became like the lead actor. Like, everyone knows, okay, Yunus I'm the lead. I've got the biggest part. I'm going to do my part, and I'm going to help the new people coming in and show them the ropes. The kid, going backwards, the last play I did in college, right? I was getting my associates. Kid comes in, new guy. Nobody really likes this kid. He's a new kid. He's a little awkward. I say to the other actors, listen, he is with us. He is on our team. We have to help him. He was struggling with his lines. I said, bro, I'm going to help you. Let me know what you need. I got my lines down. If you need to meet after school, before school, call me on the phone, run lines, whatever it takes. You're in a scene with me, right? So if you fail, I fail.
Yeah.
I got to know you. I got to help you.
I know you still do improv, right? Or you still do improv?
I still do improv.
Yeah, so
every day.
I did improv in high school with Comedy Sports, and so and one thing that we would do before every show was we huddle up and we tell each other, "I want to make you look good. I want to make you look good. I want to make you look good."
Yes.
And everybody told everybody the same thing because if I make you look good, you're gonna make me look good. I want to make them look good, and so as you said, we're on the same team. So it's that camaraderie that we're all in this together that really pulls whatever project you're working on together.
And with the stand-in thing, so that kid rocked the role, but he was the first one that told me about Boston Casting. And no one else knew about it. So he was doing the background work already, going the other way, coming into theater. But he didn't really have the acting chops, but he was already making money. And this is in college, sophomore year. This kid was something else. So he was a little weird and eccentric, but he had some other things. So it's like everyone has something to offer, but no one knew that. So he actually helped start my career in the movie stuff. He's not doing it now. He's doing guitar or something. He's doing music now. But it's crazy how that works. You never know who knows who's connected to what director knows anyone. Now back to the other question you asked about being background and being thrown in the scenes. I want to go there. If we finish this, did we finish this thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Being background, this is the greatest background story like ever. I was, can I say the name of it, right?
No, because it hasn't come out yet. Yeah. So I don't want to get you, I don't want to.
I'm going to say we're filming a film. We're working on a film. It's not out yet. And we're doing this scene. And before I got there, it's, I don't like to put actors on the spot, especially if they're non-actors. But I'm going to have my story no matter what. So I'm like, okay. And I'm not, Viola Davis talked about this. I'm not the actor that's coming in saying, this is the plan we're going to do. I've got an idea. Do you guys want to go in on this idea with me? I'm not saying do this, but I'm saying, do you want it? Can we work? Because we ran the scene together. I said, I'm going to do this thing. Can you guys go in on a story with me? And it came out beautifully. We got lost in the scene. So lost. And I'm not thinking about it. The director was watching us. The director is watching us and laughing. He says, you know what? He comes up to me, I love what you guys are doing. We're going to add a line in there. He's going to say something, and you guys are going to do this thing. So now the director knows who I am. And I'm just the background guy. But he's like, people know, like, wait a minute. That's a real actor right there. He's doing some stuff. And we do this whole thing. Then they add it to the script to put us in the scene. And I'm told to be just background. And now that guy threw me another scene after that. I did another scene with him. So now the director, cool director, can't say no names, cool director, just from doing background. So when you come in, and you come in ready, anything is possible. You could take the littlest seltzer and turn it into something epic. This is an epic seltzer now. I might die if I sip this now. I'm scared. I'm scared to drink it now.
So Yunus, where can people find you? Because you not only, perform and improv and all of this stuff, but you also teach, and you've got a lot of content. Where can people find you? All
you have to do is, I'm on everything. I try to be everywhere. I'm on TikTok. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Facebook. That's mostly family. But most of my art stuff, I have my own website. You just go to YunusQuddus.com. It's YUNUSQUDDUS.com. My website's there. TikTok, if you Google my name, I'm easy to find, hard to kill, I hope. Hopefully, too. Still alive, so, easy to find. But, that's how you find me.
So are you teaching right now?
I teach workshops.
Okay.
I teach, what I'm doing now is one-on-one workshops with a couple of clients online, which is because I didn't want to teach, but people kept coming to me asking me. So I would try to make videos teaching them how to act, teaching them some basic principles. But I have clients that need more one-on-one guidance. If my friend Jamie needs a reader, okay, I'll be your reader. Or if someone needs help with an audition and wants me to critique it, and then I critique my own stuff as well.
Excellent. Well, we will put the website in the link so everyone can follow you and seek out your services or even hire you for an upcoming project. But let's move on to, I guess, some of the hottest topics and things going on in the news right now.
Right.
And one of them is, of course, the move that Netflix is going to be acquiring, is in the works of acquiring Warner Brothers for $83 billion.
$83 billion?
But you don't have
you
that
better
line
get
around?
us acting now.
Yeah.
What?
So this is obviously... This is causing quite the uproar in the entertainment industry. Paramount not very happy. Other companies are in this bidding war, not very happy. But Netflix pretty much releasing a press release saying, we are going to buy it. It still has a lot of regulatory hurdles to go through. There's going to be a lot of apparently lawmakers pushing for and against this. So I think this is going to be a very ugly battle that may take a long way to get there. But if it does become a real deal and is finalized, this could shake up not only the streaming services, but also movie theater going experiences entirely.
Yeah, because more will be going to Netflix. More is going to be going to home theater,
yeah,
right?
and maybe even bypassing or just shortening the window for theater availability. Because right now, Netflix... And the Netflix CEO, he's been openly
hostile
towards movie theaters, saying that it's an antiquated system and people want to watch movies at home now. And so he's been very vocal against movie theaters. But he said during this press release that they're still going to have the theatrical experience. There are, however, sources saying that inside that they're only planning to do maybe like a two week release in movie theaters before they move them onto Netflix or onto HBO Max, which is what they would acquire with Warner Brothers.
I don't know how that's profitable. You do get money from those theatrical releases. They're
trying to take the films away from
so they're going to have shorter
theater.
Releases. Yeah.
See, I can't. Here's a weird. I'm gonna put this out. I just got an email for a possible Netflix audition. So I don't know how much I can speak on this.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
So now that guy said something bad about us. He's not getting that role.
Yeah.
So let me say something bad.
Speak freely.
I can speak freely on this. No auditions in the works just yet. But James, no.
Well,
no.
You have the Directors Guild of America speaking out, the Writers Guild, Producers Guild.
SAG
also. Is it
SAG.
killing jobs? Is it affecting jobs with this merger? How does it affect the people?
What could happen? Labor groups and film producers voiced their concerns about consolidation could lead to fewer jobs, less creative control for artists, and potential decline in theatrical releases.
That's a problem.
Thus destroying the cinematic experience.
That's a problem.
Yeah, so there's going to be a lot of people rooting against this.
Yeah.
And Warner Brothers, what do we know about Warner Brothers in the last couple of years? They've made entire films that they've been just canning for the tax incentives and things like this. And if you combine them with Netflix, you're making an amalgamation that might be even worse than Disney, you know what I mean? In controlling and stifling creative content. It's just... Are they going to be taking over the world? Is it going to be Disney and Netflix, and then we're going to end up like Wally's universe, where it's big and large, and it's just the two of them?
My big concern right now, not only is the theatrical impact, but also I'm a big HBO Max advocate, supporter, because they have great shows, great content, and a lot of great stuff. And so if Netflix acquires Warner Brothers, they acquire HBO Max.
And then they'll be going after Amazon next.
I know. Do they consolidate HBO Max and Netflix? Do they keep them separate, but same company, different bundles, packages? Like, what do you do? That's my concern. I don't think they're going to cancel shows because there's so many great stuff on HBO Max that it's going to be a moneymaker. It's just only going to...
Only one thing I want to add to that. Anything that eliminates jobs, I do not support eliminating jobs, not anywhere. Because I outside of myself, I think about the person. It's like AI or like Stop and Shop when they got rid of the tellers and they had the automatic.
The kiosk.
I'm not against the kiosk, but when you get rid of 5 tellers. Not tellers. What do you call the people that?
The cashiers.
Thank you, cashiers. You get rid of the cashiers. Especially the older cashiers. That the 50-year-old, the 60-year-old cashier. That's all they do, and now they get a little package, and they don't have a job. I have a problem with that. I'm not against mergers and automation, but not when it's taking people's jobs.
Yeah.
So we got to figure that out.
So
you're not getting those people new jobs.
No, and so right now, of course, this does create the
I'm definitely
fear
not
of
getting
a
no audition
monopoly.
now. I'm not getting no audition now. I'm joking.
We'll cut all this. We'll put AI to overdub your voice and say, "I love Netflix.
Is the best."
I support this." No, but this will face a lot of regulatory hurdles just because this does create the potential monopolization of the streaming industry and just the theatrical. Cinematic.
There is
industry.
Nothing like going to the movie theater. Do you remember being a kid? I went to see E.T. with my father and Star Wars with my mother as a kid, and I will never forget that. And not go watch movies. I watch Prime at home. I watch Walking Dead. I watch TV every day, at least for an hour. But there is nothing that can top the experience of going to a movie theater with your family.
Yeah.
And what was it that Pope Leo said? Right?
Pope Leo said, "Blessed be the cinema, for
yes.
they are the giver and giveth of life."
Right. But it's that community, right? It's that community experience and connection.
I don't want to eliminate theater. I don't want to eliminate live theater or seeing a movie in a theater. I don't want to eliminate. I think we can have both, respectively.
We should have both.
And you, James, you have, I think, a good solution to this problem, a protest rather.
Yeah, basically. So my wife and I, we've gotten rid of Netflix. We got rid of Amazon Prime. We got rid of Prime Video. We got rid of Disney Plus. Right now, we only have HBO Max, and because of the ever increasing prices, not only are prices increasing, but every movie that we want to see it's either not on Netflix. So at the time we had all these streaming services, but yet the movies we want to see are not on Netflix, not on HBO Max, not on Amazon Prime, not on Disney Plus. So you end up renting it on Amazon Prime anyway. So we end up renting. We have all these services. The movies are not on there, so we end up renting it anyway. And so over the past year or so, we've been cutting the cable, cutting the cords, the digital cord on the streaming services, and we've been going not only to the public library to go rent movies out as we did in old Blockbuster days, Hollywood video days, but now we're also building up our own catalog. So we're going to like Savers. We're going to Savers, which is a local.
I still haven't gone to Savers. Oh my God, I need to go.
Savers is awesome. I got that.
For Savers, for those who don't know from the area, it's kind of like Goodwill. Where people, they donate DVDs, furniture, clothing, what have you, everything, and then you go buy it for a very inexpensive amount. So they sell DVDs for like $2.99, $3.99, and these are movies. And so this is my catalog right now that we built recently: Planes, Trains, Automobiles, which we watched for Thanksgiving; Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back; Die Hard, Pirates of the Caribbean; Toy Story, Office Space, Paddington, Knives Out, Terminator 2, Jurassic Park, The Mummy, Something About Mary, The Mask of Zorro, and many more. So we are building our physical copy again. We're going back to the day of physical copies.
I freaking love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
And this is like my concern with streaming services consolidating more movie theaters or companies is that they can limit the number of new hard copy DVDs being released.
Wow, I didn't know they could do that.
So why would they make more physical DVDs?
They don't have to.
When they want to convince you to sign up for their service.
Now, me, I'm not because I'm in the movie atmosphere. I put money back into the business, right? I try to support, buy whatever they coming out with, whatever. I don't mind putting money back in because it's research to me to have it. But like, it's kind of like when you had going way back. It's like Atari. When you had an Atari or Nintendo came out and you used to have an Atari, all your friends have Nintendo. You can't. A friend of mine said, "Oh, did you see this show on Netflix called Boots?" Now I didn't have Netflix at the time, so now I can't have this conversation with him. And I'm like, darn it. I'm like, now I got to get this thing so that I can watch this thing so I can connect with my friend and have a conversation. And it's so many movies and films out. You can never be up on everything. No. It's almost impossible. So what do you do?
I don't know, but I like James's idea of
I'm trying
going
to do that
back
too.
to the physical, and that's something. Let's start the movement, okay?
Yeah.
Because there's got to be
we should
something.
do an episode soon where we bring in all our DVDs and just showcase them. I'm down for
we'll
that.
just sit in a little pile and look at this one.
And the thing is, and one thing that we'll talk about in a minute is the Mad Men mistake, because they put Mad Men on HBO Max, and there was a blooper or mistake where they're uploading content.
They uploaded the wrong copy.
They uploaded the wrong copy, like production.
It was pre-post production. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
So basically, there's a scene where this guy vomits. And then, but in HBO Max, they uploaded the wrong scene or cut, so you could see the guy with the vomit machine that's
in the background,
the actual crew member. And so there are things where they can change whatever they want on any streaming service to cut, include, or whatever.
Or exclude.
But if you have the physical copy, you have the copy. You have that DVD that's never changing. It's never getting taken away from you. If you have Netflix and you love a movie or whatever, they can't take it away from you. They can't we lost the rights to that. Now it's on this streaming service.
I got one question.
Yeah.
What about the bad movies that are on? I think it might be. I don't know if Amazon is the one, but I've seen some movies that, no names. I saw this one movie, and it was just it looked wonderful. The packaging looked nice. The title screen, all of the film, the cinematography was nice. The script was terrible. The acting was terrible. And I'm a firm believer that every actor is offering something. But it was so bad. I'm like, why is this online?
Yeah.
Why is this presented? I'm happy they got it out, but it's like somebody has to look at this and be like, we got to do better.
So you want them not to be on the streaming service, or
I feel like if a movie is, I don't know who gets to rate the movies as good or bad. I feel like a movie should be at least a 5 out of 10. If it's a 2, it shouldn't be online. I try to watch everything.
This is how I feel about bad movies, and how do you come across movies. So back in the day, go to Blockbuster, go to Hollywood Video. So you go into a movie and you pick a movie based off the cover, kind of like a book. You base a movie off the cover. Sometimes it's a really good movie. Sometimes it's a really bad movie, but you picked it because it showed interest. Now the movies that pop up on your home screen, it's all algorithm.
Right.
And so it's pushing movies, pushing shows that it wants you to watch because it'll feed into maybe another movie or take you down another rabbit hole. There's so much AI, or not AI, but algorithmic control and intent behind it to keep you on the streaming service, to keep you hooked.
Right.
With garbage content, with brain rot, as we talked about.
As we like to talk about occasionally.
But the thing is, but if you're selecting stuff like, say, at the public library, you go over there and you're like, oh, I want to see this movie, I heard it's great. Or you're looking around like, oh, this looks interesting. I'm choosing to take it home and watch it. Whether it's a good movie or a bad movie, it's your choice. We need that control. We're losing that control to the algorithm.
So we need to get that control back. We'll start the movement back to hard
your
copy.
Public library, support your
the library. Read books
and
DVDs.
Yeah, because there are many libraries who are investing and wanting and expanding their DVD collection. They're expanding their video game collection because they know there are people like myself that are fed up and tired of having 20 streaming services.
And it adds
yet you still have to rent a movie because it's not on any one of them.
And you're like, what am I paying for? I asked my wife the other day, because she's the one that has the setup for all this stuff, and I'm like, And I'm like writing our bills down. I'm like, what is this thing that came out from here? What is this? What are all these things?
Oh, yeah, they get you.
I only watch TV an hour a day if I'm lucky. At the end of the day, play the game half an hour, TV an hour or two for study purposes, and then I'm going to bed. We're not watching that much TV. You're not even, my wife doesn't even watch all the movie services that we have. We have all these services, and like, we're not even watching them.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
and not to interrupt, but there are also movies that I think are the best movies of the year, both Sinners and One Battle After Another that came out this year, and I saw them both on IMAX. And those are movies that I've reviewed on the podcast and have told people you have to see this in theaters before it leaves now because the theatrical experience is amazing. Wow. And so if you have this kind of streaming new setup where how they want it to be, where they release a movie for 1 or 2 weeks, what if you can't go to the theater that 1 or 2 weeks while it's out, and then you have to watch it at home? You're not getting what the director, what the filmmaker, you're not getting that experience that they wanted you to experience. Because I'll tell you, Sinners, there's a sequence in there that I've talked about where you feel literally hypnotized by this musical sequence. Wow. There's a chase scene in One Battle After Another. Watching it on IMAX is also hypnotizing and one of the best chase sequences I've ever seen. Wow. It's not like spinning donuts, fire, jumps, ramps. It's literally a highway that with a rolling street, that rolling highway that dips up and down. But the way it's filmed and the way it's captured on the big screen and taken in on the big screen, it's mesmerizing, and you can't have that same experience on your phone, on your iPad.
It's not the same.
No. So
watching movies, I'm not against watching movies on the phone, but it doesn't compare to going to the movie theater.
Yeah, it's like watching Dune on your phone. It's like you're not supposed to watch Dune on your phone.
Unacceptable.
No.
Well, speaking of those two movies, James, best movies of the year?
I think they are. Right now, they're in the running. They're getting nominated by so many different organizations, including the National Board of Review, AFI, a bunch of other groups. They're saying Sinners and One Battle After Another are top contenders. They're going to be.
I got to see it.
I think at every award show, it's going to be either or. It's going to be a top, a flip of a coin of who's going to win Best Movie, Best Director, Best Actor.
I got to ask you for a list. Mm-hmm. If you could pick the best movies of all time. It doesn't even matter how long the list is. Uh-huh. I want to know your list. The first movies that pop into your head when you think of the best movies that influenced you as a man, like as you saw it and you were like, you could never forget it.
Paddington 2, Star Wars,
yes.
Back to the Future 2,
yes.
Jurassic Park.
Yes.
Now, as for horror movies, Halloween, the original Halloween movie, that's a great one. Let's see, Event Horizon we've talked about this movie on the podcast before, has scarred me, but left a very deep, long love for the cinema experience. So those are just some movies top of my head where I saw all those in theater, except for Jurassic Park. I was too young at that time, but VHS, watch it at home.
I remember watching the VHS. Yeah. That was the greatest era. You get the VCR, you're like, oh my God.
Yeah, you go to Blockbuster, you get the video out, you get the popcorn, you get
Back
the candy.
to the Future.
Rewind.
Back to the Future, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so those are some movies top of my head that are my favorite. I can watch every single day. And again, they've made the list of like physical hard copy that
Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I was watching that not too long ago. And I was like, who ever thought this would have been so good?
Yeah.
Years later, it is like this was. And when you're watching it, at the moment, you don't know that you're looking at something that's legendary.
Yeah.
That's a timeless classic. And some actors, it's tough, get stuck in these roles because they play it so good, like Steve Urkel, Jaleel White is his real name. They play a role so good, and we see them in that we cannot detach and see them in anything else, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But it's like, so what? You kill that role, okay? Carlton, you're going to be Carlton.
Yeah.
Forever.
Yeah. No, but yeah, so...
So on your list, James, where would RoboCop land in your list?
RoboCop would probably not in the top 20 or top 30, but it's high.
It's in there.
Yeah.
It's
an iconic film.
And yet, people love it enough that there's a statue going up?
Yeah,
is that
really?
right?
Of course. Well, RoboCop is a fantastic film. Don't get me wrong. Like it may not be in my top 20, but it is a fantastic, nearly perfect film and a real it's
a classic.
A classic, yeah. And so Detroit, the folks of Detroit, because it takes place in Detroit, not filmed in Detroit, but takes place in Detroit, they have officially unveiled a 20-foot tall RoboCop statue, a permanent fixture of the city. So that made me think, what are some movie statues movie or Boston, Massachusetts, maybe New England-based movies, characters that should be immortalized in statue form here in Boston?
American Buffalo was filmed. It was filmed in Rhode Island. This is back in the 80s and 90s, right in Pawtucket, in my town.
What would you do? What would the statue be?
It would be a con man, I think. They were like con men, all trying to it would be a con man doing some sneaky, risky business.
American Buffalo. I don't think I've seen it.
Oh, you got to see it, and it's by David Mamet. There's a theater version, there's a movie version. The movie version is on YouTube. You can watch it now because I was in it. I did American Buffalo, the stage play, one of the hardest plays I've ever done. I was the lead, Don. 103 pages I had to learn. I was supposed to be the backup. The lead guy said, "Yeah, man, you're good. You got this." I'm like, "Oh my God, no! I'm the understudy. Darn it!" So no, you're not now. You're not now.
Yeah.
You got to see it. Great. But
American Buffalo's on the list. Okay.
American Buffalo's great. It's written in.
So would it be a con man slinking somewhere, being sneaky,
maybe two con
somebody?
Men, maybe a worker and two con men. One is a business guy who really is trying to do the right thing, but he's still kind of sneaky, and then the other guy is really I'm gonna.
Okay, so you have a statue of two sneaky looking men, hunched over,
trying to get the American Buffalo.
We'll put that right in the Common, right in Boston Common.
I like your suggestion about Jaws. I think that we need a Jaws statue.
Classic.
We need the shark coming after the guy, or the guy going, "We need a bigger boat," something like that. I think
right in front of the garden, right in front of the TD Garden.
Yeah.
So other contenders, I think a lot of people have been saying Robin Williams from Good Will Hunting.
Yes.
Put that statue. In the
oh my
Common,
God, he was so good in that.
So that's an easy one.
Peace.
Let's see. How about Legally Blonde, Reese Witherspoon's character? Just put a statue of her up in Harvard.
Yeah,
they didn't film it in Harvard. They didn't film the movie. They filmed it at USC and UCLA in California. Ted the Bear.
Ted the
Teddy Bear.
Ted.
Basically Mark Wahlberg.
My final recommendation would be Ben Affleck. My final recommendation for a statue would be Ben Affleck dropping his Dunkin' boxes and donuts. Have you seen the pictures of him?
No,
There's a bunch of pictures of Ben Affleck. Google Ben Affleck dropping Dunkin' Donuts, and there's paparazzi photos of him outside of his house because they had delivered Dunkin' drinks and boxes of donuts, whatever. And he's just dropping it in the moment. So they got these perfect photos of Ben dropping his Dunkin' stuff. And so I think I want to immortalize that. Just him doing that.
I think there's so many.
Coffee and donuts is like a Boston thing. You get your Boston cream, you get your coffee, you forget about it. Then you go to the packy, you get what? You order the packy, you get yourself a box of smokes, forget about it. You're all set.
Yeah. I think we need Ben Affleck wearing the Dunkin' suit.
Yes.
What was the Dunkings?
Do the dunk.
The Dunkings. One of my favorites though is just his exasperated look in general. But I think he was putting J-Lo in a car or whatever, and he's
they were having a
these
rough day.
looks of exasperation. I just really enjoy that from Ben.
Okay, so I think we all agreed we need a Ben Affleck type of statue.
Yeah.
Whether it's exasperated
maybe
Ben
just
Affleck.
a circle of all of his various
smoking,
looks.
Exhausted
Smoking
Ben Affleck. There's also
Angry
Dunkin'.
Affleck, Batman Affleck.
Yeah.
What about Batman?
No.
No?
It doesn't take place in Boston. It has to be Boston-based.
Okay,
Massachusetts-based.
I thought didn't he play Batman? He didn't play Batman.
He did, but not in Boston. It has to be a Boston-based movie.
Yeah.
A regional movie.
Okay.
So
And there's already Perfect Storm, statues, but that was dedicated to the real stuff, the real people.
At all.
All right, so what statue would you recommend? People who are watching and listening right now, what do you think? What Boston-based movie, celebrity moment should be immortalized forever, like Tom Brady?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
What Boston movie statue needs to exist? Let us know in the comments down below. And James, where can people find us?
You can find us anywhere you listen to podcasts. So we're on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, streaming anywhere. Just listen, follow, and all that jazz. We're also on YouTube. So if you're not listening or if you're not watching us right now, watch us. We're on YouTube. So Hub on Hollywood, subscribe, comment down below, join the conversation. We're on all the social medias too, at Hub on Hollywood, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram,
et cetera, et cetera.
You got to be everywhere, right?
Everywhere.
You got to be everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't wait for Netflix to acquire all the social media stuff.
They'll be eating us up soon too.
Netflix. Yeah, just go.
Anyways,
yeah.
But if you happen to have Netflix anyway, what are we watching? What's going on?
So I've watched a couple of good stuff. I haven't got to the movies in a hot minute, but recently I watched Badlands, the new Predator movie.
Oh, I gotta see
Predator
that.
Badlands. That takes place with on an alien planet. You have this young novice predator hunter who's trying to prove himself to his father, and so he goes to this.
Such backstory.
I know the world is called Death World or the Death Planet, and literally everything on the planet is trying to kill you. It's like a really great scenario for a predator who is kind of becoming the prey, but also he's on the hunt for a big game kind of a thing again to bring this trophy back. And Al Fanning plays a cyborg who is a Wayland cyborg, which is a connection to the Alien franchise. So you kind of have that fun Alien franchise connection to Predator. But it's a fun movie. I want to say it's the best movie in the world. Maybe not the best Predator movie in the franchise, but it's a fun, different take on the world. So I'd recommend. I'm not sure if it's still on streaming or not in theaters right now, but Predator Badlands, check it out. Also, still watching It, Welcome to Derry on HBO Max. It the Clown, the TV series.
That was great.
Series, fantastic. It's great. It comes out every Sunday night. So those are my recommendations.
Nice.
Not sure what you guys are watching recently.
Oh man, I have 3. Well, because I personally believe any time that you are in a film, you should be watching it. You should be all the way in. Maybe I'm crazy. So because I am working on a show,
You're binging it now.
I'm binging the show, older versions of the show, and trying to understand what's happening. But I was watching actually Boots. My friend Dennis told me about Boots, and I was like, I'm not really into referrals because I'm like, if someone tells me about a show, I'm like, okay, are they coming at it as an actor or a person? So I was a little like, oh, to watch a TV show, it's a bigger investment. A movie you can run right in there and watch it that night, go to bed. Be ready. A TV show to get through the whole thing and have that conversation, you can't do that in a day. Not in a couple of hours. So I'm watching Boots. I saw Ferris Bueller's Day Off. And I try to, Harlem. I saw Harlem recently. I love it, but can I tell you what I don't like about it?
What's it about? I don't even know what this is.
Harlem is basically, it's a show based on 4 black women in Harlem in the New World dealing with men problems. It's a beautiful show, beautiful balance, but what I don't like about it, it's a fun show to watch, but for the good men, it's a little bit of men bashing on it, but it's just showing their journey and what they're going through. So I'm like, but it's a really good show. But then as a man, you're like, oh.
Men can suck.
Yeah. But it's like when you're a good guy, you're like, hey, I'm not like that.
We're not all like that.
Yeah. But it's a little bit of a love story mixed in. It's just it's a fast, feels like we are living single. Feels like that. It's a good show. It's a good show. So I've been watching a little bit of that. But like me and my wife have different shows that we agree. She'll come in and like, I'm like, say some other stuff, and I'm like, let me enjoy my show. Why are you watching that teeny bopper women show? I'm an actor. I got to watch everything.
I have to. It's research.
Right. It's research.
And tell us a little bit what Boots is about.
Oh, Boots is about military. It's about being a Marine. It's a TV show that's very authentic about a young man who joins the Marines, and it shows the experience of what that's like. Really good show.
And he's a gay man, too.
And he's gay, and he's got to go, and he has to hide it.
Oh, is this on Netflix?
This is Netflix.
I know. Didn't the government speak out like this is woke propaganda?
It was authentic.
I know it's authentic, but I know I
didn't like it.
I don't buy into the whole woke propaganda. It's like it's
a
life.
show.
It's real
It's
life.
life.
There are gay people in the military.
Right.
Get used to it.
But at the time that it came out, they were addressing that. And my friend's in the military that you can't.
The don't ask, don't tell.
Right. You couldn't talk about it. You couldn't be. I mean, now I don't know if it's changed or whatever, but back then, 10, 15, 20 years ago, you couldn't be openly.
Yeah.
gay. So
yes, I've been wanting to start that too. So I've definitely got to get on that.
It's a good show. It's a good show.
So, and I've watched Wicked in the theater.
I haven't seen
Wicked for good.
Wicked, Too Furious.
Too Wicked, Too Furious. Yeah, basically.
I don't love musicals. Is Wicked good?
It's amazing.
I don't really love
It is
musicals.
very good. It is very good, and I want more musicals. I love musicals.
I'm down for musicals. I haven't been drawn
like
Yeah.
to Wicked.
Yeah.
Hamilton's great.
I think the music is fantastic, but the story is really smart. The story is really smart how they tie it in, from the new material to the original Wizard of Oz, and they kind of make the entire plot make sense. But it's very timely.
Right.
The
What
way
is it
that they
on?
sort of
Wicked is on what? It's on
Well, it's in
HBO
theaters.
Max?
It's in theaters right
right
now.
now. Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
It's making $1 billion.
Netflix hasn't
It's going to be
taken
making
it
$1
yet.
billion. Yeah,
Netflix doesn't say, well, no, it's home now.
But the social commentary is very
really
on
good.
point.
have to see
And
it.
I gotta say,
Again, I haven't seen the movie.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the movie, but I've seen a lot of people on Instagram talking about it. So we can do a spoiler review maybe next week or something.
yeah.
But
This is just in general
yeah.
review right now, but I really deeply enjoyed it. I was crying at some points. I feel like I'm Fiyero. I won't get too deep into that, but I identify most with the Fiyero character, and it was just very beautifully done. I was very happy with Wicked. If you haven't seen it already, run to the theaters before it's gone. And the last thing that I'm trying to watch desperately is Frankenstein, which is out in the streaming services right now. But in a house with a bunch of screaming feral children, I watch about 20 minutes at a time. I've still got like an hour to go on the movie. So when I finish watching Frankenstein, guys, I can have a review of that. But so far, so good.
I had to make sure that I have time set aside to watch something. I don't like cutting in between movies.
Yeah, I
20,
wanna
30.
see it.
Sometimes you have to. Of
Yeah,
course.
I know,
My wife will
yeah.
come in and she'll
For me, I'm
she'll-
I need to
she'll
see this
block
through.
it.
Right.
Right.
That's why I love movie theaters. You
Right.
get in there,
It's
you're
no
locked in,
distractions, no
phones,
food, there's no other,
Yeah.
the phone's
There's plenty of
off.
children.
I load up on food.
It's-
I load up on food in the movie theater.
Right, it's 100% you're in
Yeah.
the moment, and
Yeah.
that's what acting is about. Being in the moment, no distractions, no phone, no nothing. You and the movie, and that's all you got.
And
That's all you
humanity,
need, and
your
humanity.
humanness.
So I have
Yes.
to ask both of you. I want to make a list because I'm always trying to study and what movies do you feel? I don't care how long the list is that every person should see. If you haven't
Princess
seen
Bride.
this, you better see it now. That I have to see.
The Princess Bride.
Okay, I gotta write this. We're gonna write this list later. Princess Bride. If anyone hasn't seen Ferris Bueller's Day Off, go see it.
Yeah.
It's old, but it's good. American
yeah.
Buffalo too. Gotta go see that. Gotta go see it.
My wife and I just watched a movie at home that we hadn't seen in a while. What was it? Is on my list of DVD collections. We just let's see. Hold on, because we just watched it and we were just talking about how great it was.
And what about
Fast
you
and
guys
Furious
out
1?
there? Is there a movie that you absolutely must watch as a
must watch,
human
and you
being?
tell
Let
other
us
people they
know in the
have to see
comments
it.
down below. Help Yunus out.
I gotta study.
Fill out his.
There's so many movies. There's only so much time to
Yeah.
study and watch, and in theater. That's a whole nother. Trying to watch the theater stuff and keep up on everything and work. It's
It's a lot.
bro.
One thing I would recommend this year, again, is Sinners. With Sinners and One Battle After Another, my two top favorite movies of the year.
What would you get
Fantastic
out of
films.
10? 1 out of 10. What would?
Sinners, 9.5 out of 10.
Nice.
One Battle After Another, 9.4. Just because I love
like-
Sinners. It's a slight difference.
So I gotta see that.
Yeah.
And I hate feeling. I hate that feeling. I don't know if this is me. I hate the feeling when I haven't seen something.
Yeah.
Or I don't know something. That's the worst. It's oh man, because there's so much out there.
Oh, yeah.
There's just even at home when you're scrolling through. There's so many movies you can't watch them all.
No.
Right. And work and I want to see and know it all.
Yeah.
I'm weird. I just want to know everything. I want to be on everything, especially with film wise. But then studying theater, that's a whole nother ball game. Knowing all your Shakespeare's, knowing all your classic plays, being up on those conversations, it's never ending, man. Never ending study.
Yunus, thank you so much for being with us here on the Hub on Hollywood and sharing your knowledge and your experiences and your passion.
Thank you for having me.
We're very happy to share that with you. Best of luck in everything that you continue to do.
Until the day I can't breathe. We're going to push
there
this as far as possible. I don't know where it's going, but it's going somewhere.
All right.
You know?
Well, let's go to the movie theaters. Let's
That's
go.
right.
We're going to the movie theaters.
We'll see you there, too.
We'll see you
For
next
the Hub
week.
on Hollywood, I'm James.
I'm Jamie. We'll see you next time.
week.
Bye.
Bye.